Alright everyone, welcome back. Don't ask me why. I can't stop trying to make the deck possible. So we are here with Ratyguy Ale version 2. A lot of stuff changed regarding to the latest version. Like we got rid of one Wasteland and I don't know what's the name of the other lands. Tainted Peak. So the one they just work if you have Swamp. For some City of Brass, and we go, we slam some Phyrexian Negator and Mother of Runes inside the deck, and we cut back on Vindicates and Hypnotic Specters for this. So the approach is to go very discard heavy and try to close the game with a Phyrexian Negator, Exalted Angel, and protect the threats together with Mother of Runes. The sideboard is still the same, so I did no adjustment there, I guess. But yeah, the main deck will play very differently, because in the latest video we saw that Hypnotic Spectre was not great anymore with this amount of discard spells. It was almost every time better to just go for Dark Ritual into Arena. So here I want to fill the spot with Dark Ritual into Phyrexian Negator, or turn 1 Mother of Runes into turn 2 Ritual Negator, discard, something like this. I think it's a stretch to still play Wastelands, but I want to try them. Otherwise, I'm still hyped about testing this. We're going lower and lower here with the cards converted mana cost. I'm still unsure how to split the lands correctly. It might be hard to have the white mana available soon enough, have available double white for Exalted Angel. And with this build we are not here for the late game, so we need to flip them every time turn 4 if possible. Yeah, be here with me. Let's dive in some awesome matches and see you there. Alright everyone, we are on the play here with an unkeepable hand, so let's take a mulligan. This is way better. I think I will probably ship the swords to Plowshares here and lead with my favorite play. Dark Ritual into Phyrexian Arena. There are so many answers for the Negator that it's just dangerous to drop it, especially if you spend 2 cards. Okay, let's see. Another Ritual would be fine. Double Duress is not bad. Okay, Snuff Out is doing not much against our deck, so I take the Smother here, and I probably take the Dark Ritual to slow him down. And if we draw another mana source, might be that. Okay, Ravenous Rats hitting the swords. They are a blocker. Let's go with the Negator here. I would even attack, to be honest. Another own red is fine. So let's play this. The good stuff is that I can sacrifice this, but I think I would even... So here I play the city to give him a target for the Wasteland. Or if he blocks, I will sacrifice the city to have a protection against something like an Edict effect. Yes. Snuff Out, Swamp, and Wasteland in hand. So let's see. Exalted Angel, Ravenous Rats. We can't flip the Angel yet, but just adding 2 power to the board is good. I mean, he still has the Snuff out, and this would just play into his... Okay, he discarded the Snuff out, so I go Dark Ritual and Exalted Angel Morphed and see if he has an answer for this. So this matchup is tough to sideboard, because the discard spells are bad top decks. I think I need some amount of Seal of Cleansing here. Not too sure how many discard spells I can cut or I should cut. Not even sure if I need these or just... Yeah, I don't know. It's a lot of discard. But we needed to stabilize our Exalted Angels and Negators. Yeah, let's submit it like this. I think it's fine. We don't have the best sideboard cards. I think we are probably the slightly better black deck, as we have swords. Taking Mulligan here is tough. I still wonder why we have so much trouble with the hands. So Skeletal Scrying is the best card in the deck against this matchup, probably. The problem is if I put it on the bottom, I don't think I have any shuffle effect in the deck. Let's double check. Yeah, no shuffle effects. So I would never see this again. Maybe I go for... Yeah, what to do? I would ship a Swamp here. It might be completely wrong, but... Okay, no discard spell turn 1. So the Scrying is even good if you make it for 2 or 3. Okay, Smother, Withered Rat, Ravenous Rats. Okay, let's do it. So every creature is kind of strong. Here he will probably get the city. Okay, now I feel suddenly bad for pitching the city, because this would have been a draw 2, but his hand is stacked, so... Let's see what removal he plays, what creature. And I would prefer just to pay the 2 mana spell here, otherwise he gets 3 life and this is more mana efficient. Dark Ritual is strong, like 3, draw 3 cards. Caves is sweet. Yeah, I hope he has nothing like Cabal Therapy. Do I play the sword here? I don't think it's necessary. So let's make no response here. Yeah, Wasteland was strong in this spot. Own Ravenous Rats. This could have some upside, so let's play it. Our hand is stacked, as long as we will see a Cabal Therapy. Another Withered Rat. So what is his last card in hand? Something like Hypnotic Spectre, maybe. I think at this point I would block red versus red. And this is what I meant in the first video, like so many decks just play Ravenous Rats. Okay, this is too much 3-drops for my taste. Still kept 1 card in hand. So, which is probably a removal to not die against Negator or something like this. So at this point I really want to play Sword. Could be an error. Maybe I should have taken 2 more damage to see what he plays, but... Alright, this is not the end of the world. Too much 3-drops here. So we got 3 more swords. The problem is that, okay, this is a sword. Chips a turn back here, see what he discards. I have to go for it now. Still want to draw some cards with Arena. 21 land is probably not enough. Alright, he's drawing like the best from top. What do we want to do? I think our only way to win this is to get a Exalted Angel down. Yeah, let's take the damage here and hope to find any mana source. This is no mana source. I still think it's the best thing to morph another angel, do a double block. Ten turns and no more land. This is odd. Like, you should draw some amount of land, even if you have 21. Alright, let's flip this. Attack here, maybe attack with both. I attack with both. We die to removal anyway. Maybe it was loose to attack with both, so do I need to... I'm not sure. I don't think I will flip now. It's probably more safe to go like Mother of Runes into something like Phyrexian Negator. Okay, if I block, I can flip an Angel. If I block here, I need to take 3, 1, 2, 3. So the Mother is on blocking duty. Okay, this will be over fast. This is not good for us, but we still got 2 angels. I'm not sure if I can attack here and he will find. So I attack. No attack here. Casually drawing 4 cards. And now I think he will kill the flipped angel. So at some point he will die in the backswing. You can ping here for once. Okay. Let's flip here. Cabal Therapy, you naming Snuff out. I think he would have played it, but it's the best card in this spot. Funeral Charm, Ravenous Rats, Hypnotic Spectre. We could do a flashback to prevent him from pinging here. Flashback into naming. Hypnotic Spectre. Play this before as a morphed. Then we just die. I think I need to take the edge here. Flip this. If I attack with both, I go to 12. I can block a bit. Probably not enough, but... Okay, he's pinging here once. I will sacrifice this. I attack with both of these. In the backswing, he pings sometimes here. Yeah, he needs to block, I guess. It might be wrong, but I think I need the amount of life gain here. So he has 12 damage. If I make a flashback here, I just die. We even need to consider that he... So he needs to kill me now, right? Otherwise, the muses will kill him. Yeah, suddenly feels doable. I mean, he will draw some amount of removal, I guess. Funeral Charm can give +2/+1, which is some reach. It can give Swamp Walk. So Swamp Walk, he can go for 10, 2 in the air. I can block here. I feel like we lost here, but he needs to solve the riddle. Otherwise, he will die to the Graveborn Muses. So I can just lean back if he's not getting rid of 2 of these. So super interesting spot to be in. 7 cards in hand. He ditched a Swamp. Yeah, this was... I need to analyze this turn a bit later. So going for the block here. Then if I block here, he regenerates. But I want him to be dead versus his muses. So I think it's necessary. I don't know. The last 2 turns were the toughest one I had in a while. Okay. Let's just get rid of these. So this can take 1 more ping, which is not a problem. He's dead to any angel, dead to double muse. What is this? Drain life, man. What a nice way to end the game. This was sweet. It felt decent. Let's continue like this. Like, if you consider that we draw land number 4 on turn 10, and we almost won against Double Muse, against Musticore. So this is especially weak against something like Cabal Therapy, but it feels so bad to just go for a mulligan here, and then you have a redundant hand, and you have to keep just 6. So I hope... So I will lead with the planes, and I hope he's leading with the Duress. So we get an advantage there. Yeah, I think there were many points where I could have played wrong and probably did. Yeah, here's a Duress. Okay, I need to dodge Cabal Therapy for sure. Otherwise, it's like an ancestral recall. Okay, let's ditch an angel. Put the second one into play immediately. And attack with the Ravenous Rats. It's a bit worse against Edict effect, but... So he's not knowing about angel number 3. And I want to prevent him from doing double Cabal Therapy, so I traded the rats there. Maybe this was wrong, as Dark Ritual is interesting, but not great. So let's kick things off with a Cabal Therapy. I think Masticore is probably the name. Dark Ritual, Funeral Charm, Withered Wretched. Okay. So we both have kind of the same problems. Drawing the discard spells later and drawing rituals at the wrong time. I need to find second white source and we are pretty stable. The good thing is we have a pitch for the Funeral Charm. So Dark Ritual here. Yeah, this is fine. So we got so many top decks here. He's got one more Dark Ritual in hand. Thoughts to Plowshares. Not yet. So in a nutshell, I guess we have the slightly better top decks, but I want to try Graveball Muse in this deck too. This is fine. I think I need to wait with the sword for a discard spell. So now the question is, do I want to make one sword here in case I draw another white mana? Duress is okay to get the Dark Ritual. So he has one less card for Masticore, or he can't ping immediately. So I attack with both. I need to sort the factories. Not sounding too great. Yeah, we can wait a bit longer. Chances to draw white mana is very high. So we can yield to this ability, as we don't have any Skeletal Scryings here. And it's even a one of the Skeletal Scrying, so... So can we find mana, white mana in time? He's doing a pretty aggressive attack here. So he has one more swamp in hand. I guess here I will block with one. And if he's doing the pump, I will just play sword on it. If I would have done the double block, he wouldn't go for the sword. Ended up with one more life. So give me white mana now. This is black mana, but I will play it immediately to not run into something like... I mean, I could kept it for Funeral Charm, but it feels slightly better against things like Ravenous Rats. Okay, mana is a problem with the deck. I even added 4 City of Brass, thinking this was fine, like to cast the Mother of Runes and to flip the Angels, but it's not doing a great job here. Okay, let's concede probably. I mean, technically we still have one more draw. but even then we are not looking good. Okay, is the probability to not draw any amount of white mana? So let's go for this. And in the blockers, let's block 1. We'll go to 2. I think it was decent. Like, we just lost this due to probability. And you see here with another swamp, it's not possible for us to just do anything. Yeah, this is just, chances are like 1 to 10,000 to draw like this. All right, everyone, on the draw here, but with a pretty decent hand. Some interaction, something to end the game quickly. So let's try it. Treetop Village could be something like the Rock, but it's a card played in many decks. Seeing Ravenous Rats here is decent. Let's take a look here. Terminate, Call of the Herd. So given our plan with the Negator, it really could be a problem to fight Call of the Herd. So I go for the call here. The question is, next turn, do I want to play the Rats? But I need to get Terminate, I guess. So I think it's better to just go for Duress to get Terminate and then play a sword on his hippie. I mean, he's missing completely black mana. I missed that, to be honest. It felt so colorful. Okay, now we can really start going here. Biggest problem still would be him finding black mana to get our sword and have a 3/3 blocker against our Negator. Yeah, this is a line. So we need to be passive with the Negator for now. If I attack here, he's blocking, taking 2 damage. I have to sacrifice 3 permanents, which seems to be horrible. So let's go the longer route here. Yeah, Treetop Village doing some stuff now. Okay, going for the hippie. So I absolutely want to attack into the hippie. Okay, having a sword here is sweet. I start with the Ravenous Rats to make him discard. Cabal Therapy. I guess it's kind of right to go for Ravenous Rats here, even if I don't hit a card in his hand. And then I attack with the Negator. It's still tempting for him to just let it through to get my sword. But in this case, I will play sword here. He has to just flashback Call of the Herd. We have something to sacrifice. Yeah, the rats are sweet. Together with Negator. So he's forced to drop his cards in hand. And the good thing is he can't go for a flashback call. Okay, this is enough for him. He's pretty heavy on red, so I'm not sure about the Negator. So at least I need Negator plus Mother of Runes. Not sure about the Duress here. Perish could do something. So Negator is probably not a card to just play into the wild. Like if he would have drawn some amount of lightning bolts, and even against the Call of the Herd, it's not great. This is not keepable, not even with one more mana, I guess. Mulligan 5, ship this, try to play this, and try to find double white. Leading with Cabal Therapy, probably naming Dark Ritual or Arena. I'm thinking I'm willing to name Ravenous Rats on my own. This is our game plan, like protect our hand. If he would have a Duress, he would have started with Duress. So let's take the rats. No rats. Pretty decent hand. It's even playing enchantments on its own. So we will get rid of... I mean, he can bolt the Ravenous Rats in response, which is strong. If he knows the play. So with the trigger on the stack from the Ravenous Rats, you absolutely should bolt it. Otherwise, I can flashback Cabal Therapy. Yeah, okay, he missed it. So we can get rid of both of his 3-drops. But it's not a problem to miss it. It's pretty often that just everything resolves. So getting the Arena, here's a Blazing Spectre, so sweet build. Yeah, suddenly we are in okay shape. Still got the Lightning Bolt, so we can't go for turn 3 Exalted Angel, I guess. And the Spectre will make some trouble soon. This Smother is something I can ditch for sure, so let me play the red and hope he's ditching the Lightning Bolt. Then he plays a Spectre attack. We discard the Smother. Okay, now he goes for the Lightning Bolt. This is... No, he just discarded it. Okay, this would have been a surprise, to say it like this. Alright, can we find some cool stuff? Land would be great. So he would not get another with a Spectre. Skeletal Scrying is great, but it's more important to just get the angel down. This is our path to victory, if there's a path. And not like drawing 2 cards, paying 2 life, and we have to discard 1 here. Yeah, we need to play to our outs. Alright, crashing in for 5. So if you are my opponent and have a bolt in the spot, you need to play the bolt now. Otherwise, if I find white mana source, I can just unmorph it as soon as I have priority and you can't interact. Because the morph ability is not using the stack. So now we need to find white or we just lose. This is white. Like flip this immediately. I mean, he still have terminate stuff like this. And he's crashing in for at least 5, 6, 7 a turn. So yeah, We need some way to go. At this point, the great part is that we can play almost everything out of our hand. So he's missing double red. Means Bolt plus Grim Lavamancer is not possible in one turn cycle. Okay, attack for 5. Why didn't I attack with the Ravenous Rats is a question. So he probably has a Lightning Bolt if he plays like this. Not sure. I'm really not sure. But at some point he will just get second red anyway. So I prefer to trade against Blazing Spectre plus Lightning Bolt rather than just Lightning Bolt and 2 cards from the graveyard. So drop the City of Brass. So the good part is that we got some life to handle. We gain 8 life this game. Wasteland is kind of sweet. Let's attack here, see if he wants to burn this away. Okay. Drop the Wasteland. So if he saw the Wasteland before, it might have been that he would saw it. I want him to spend mana to go for Wasteland. I think it's more important than just removing 1 mana. So now he spent like 3 mana. We are just wasting here. The bad thing is that we can't find or play an angel immediately here. This swamp was maybe too soon. I could have waited for after the attack. Yeah, we are not in a decent shape. So it's a 2-turn clock here. What can we find? Angel, but he has 3 cards in hand. Okay, we can't recover from drawing 5 lands in a row. Maybe 1 more Duress. Negator seems very, very bad. I would prefer Engineered Plagues over Negator. Let's submit it like this. Maybe 1 less Plague here. I don't know. Plague is not great. Let's go for the Seal plan. Let's try to find a hand we don't need to mulligan. So here I want to absolutely play turn 1 Mother. It's not great, the hand, for sure. He has a lot of removal for this, but... as we bought in this card, I want to try it out. It's not great without... I mean, it's fine with Exalted Angel, I guess, but it's not great without Negator or Hippie. Right, Cabal Therapy, probably naming Exalted Angel. Okay, Bird. So as the Diabolic Edict is the worst removal against him, if he has birds, I will play it immediately to prevent stuff like turn 2 Call of Third into turn 3 Call of Third or turn 2 Arena. So if we untap again with Exalted Angel, but as he was thinking the turn before, I guess now he has something like Cabal Therapy. Okay, Grim is strong. Cabal Therapy naming Exalted Angel is a bit annoying. But we have 4 of these. This is tough to fight. Okay, Dark Ritual is one of the worst cards we could draw here. And we are super far behind, like, by a mile. Like, even the 1 Grim Lavamancer here, and if he's ditching a Hypnotic Spectre, this could mean he's not having another Black Source, or we should fear the situation. So to this point, I think I really did a very, very bad version of Dechtech Ale, which is a decent deck. And it's not like he's not even having the broken top decks. I mean, we were relying on our Exalted Angel there, and he had the Cabal Therapy. It is what it is. You don't want to take a mulligan there. You can't afford this in this value-based matchups. Yeah, he's just doing mid-range gamey stuff. Right, good games. Alright everyone, we are on the draw here. So let's see what we can find. It's not great, but maybe good enough on the draw. Like, we got some interaction with Wasteland. And here you can see my thesis that like 70 to 80% of the games now starts with turn 1 discard into turn 2 Ravenous Rats. So online, it's like probably 80% is too much, but it's the most common start now. This is some way to recover from this. Otherwise, I would have led with Cabal Therapy, naming Ravenous Rats, I guess. But yeah, this was probably the best top deck we could have. Okay, we got a Negator. So it's tempting to go for Smother here, I guess. Then we can decide if we need to activate Wasteland. Yeah, we hit the Smother. Braids is funny. So as he is having the Wasteland here, I feel like wasting in the slot is the best we can do. It might be our latest deck by Celestial Heathen we are facing here, like Braids together with Chronotoke. This would be funny. Ravenous Rats. Cabal Therapy. Yeah, it's probably right to go like this. Rats first. So in this spot you need to discard Braids. Otherwise I will do the flashback. Alright. We had luck again. So this is a 2-for-1. Okay, another Smother. So Smother and Braids, Smother and Swamp. Yeah, so probably you go for Mother of Runes first. It's bad from a mana management perspective, but I want to get rid of the Smother in his hand. And we got our own Smother up here. Yes. So I feel pretty far ahead for now. But it can change in a blink. So, one card. This is a very good combination. So drop your land first to take a look. And I mean, be able to pay for Mana Leak, but it's the bullshit argument here. Okay, getting rid of this is strong. Now it's slightly better to get down the Exalted Angel. We need to spend a significant amount of mana more there. Okay, yeah, you need to do the Wasteland here. This is a very sweet setup. So, showing the strong side of the deck now. I mean, probably with the normal Dechtech Ale build or black-white control build, you would be more far ahead. More far, is it correct? Or far ahead? Far aheader? I don't know. So, it's getting tough. Yeah, it is a list. This is funny. Ravenous Rats, Swords, Plowshares. Okay, it's just broken what we draw here. So, question is, I still think it's correct to play Swords here, even if we can't flip it for now. We play the Rats to add something to the board. Like everything in the deck can be casted now. And we have lethal next turn. So attack here. We got a Mother of Runes activation and just Smother in hand. So this is close to the end. Alright, let's see. Edict should be fine. Otherwise, I think we are pretty well set up. I don't think we need the Disenchant. If he is on the build we played in our previous video. But let's see. So, being on the draw again is not the worst thing against the discard deck. And the hand is decent. It's mono black for now, but we will face some discard anyway. Arena and Scrying are very strong cards to have in hand. So, yeah, I would like to see where the game is heading. He's kind of forced to go for the Phyrexian Arena, I guess. Again, remember my words about how many games just start with turn 1 discard. This led to the decision that I went for 3 compost in my green decks, like Survival Weather. Cabal Therapy should probably name something like Shadow Mage Infiltrator, because we are doing a card advantage game here. Bane of the Living and a Smother. Okay, yeah, Smother would have been my other call. So let's see how he will behave if the Ravenous Rats trigger goes on the stack. Okay, another own Ravenous Rats. So I will ditch the Wasteland here. And I want to see what he's discarding into our rats. Having the arena is strong. Like, everything's going together pretty well. He's discarding the Wasteland, I guess. Right. The Bane. I still think it's correct to go for the Smother. Like, otherwise he can just smother it. It would cost him a turn, but we have 2 pretty good cards in hand. And the good thing is it's not 2 arena, so we are not... I mean, Cabal Therapy would still be strong, because the first half would name Skeletal Scrying, while the second part could name Arena with a flashback. But yeah, it's a red country if you play on Magic Online Pre-Modern right now. And it's funny. It's nothing too broken. I want a way bigger Skeletal Scrying, plus they have probably trouble to get rid of the Phyrexian Arena. He might have Chain of Vapor, but then he needs something like a Null on the way back. Braids would be strong. Yeah, it's a Chronotog list. Cool to see it, even with my adjustments. So we could make a huge Skeletal Scrying, and I think it's worth it. Like, go for Ritual. We got 4 cards in graveyard. This means we can go all in here. It costs us some amount of life for sure, but it's strong. Hope to draw white mana. We do. And I think we are even allowed to go for Mother of Runes here. Yeah, it's hard to outrace Phyrexian Arena. Wasteland on City. It's fine. So this is even kind of a good blocker. He might skip a turn there, but I don't think it's good. Okay, here's the Negator. So everything is coming together pretty well. Let's go for the Negator. No need to go for the sword now. We might even play a sword on our own Negator. The good thing is that we can get rid of the arena if we block. Okay, Wasteland, Ravenous Rats. So funny part here is that we can just slam the rats, and if he blocks we can sacrifice the rats, and they are good blockers. So we attack with a Negator for sure. No need to give protection for now, maybe not even after the block. And I still think we are in a decent shape, because we can... Okay, attacking with bows here. I think in this case I will do double block here, block there. If he has a removal for that, this means the removal is not hitting the Negator. Yeah. Having an Edict here is sweet. So I think we attack for 7 here. No, let's go for 6. It's more important to save this from a Smother or Chain of Vapor. No need to float white mana here. This is pretty safe. A good call now would be something like Cabal Therapy, but the clock is ticking. Yeah, Phyrexian Negator is doing a great job. So with this game I'm impressed, but I think we got this. Alright everyone, and welcome back after 3 mediocre rounds. So yeah, it was not great. Last match was pretty cool, but yeah, we just had everything. The deck was a bit disappointing to play. I think it needs more adjustments, fine-tuning, things like this. But I'm torn how to go here, where to go from this. I think, yeah, let's for fun draft a third draft here, and I'm unsure if this will ever see play, but as the pain is still fresh, I want to gather my thoughts here. And let's just imagine that we want to stay in the theme of the deck, but we want to make it as competitive as possible. So first thing would be that I need some gemstone mines, even if it's one of the lands I really dislike, but we need some mana here. Maybe we need a third. What else? So Skeletal Scrying was, as always, super impressive. So I want to add at least one more here. Disenchant is not great. I know playing 3 to 6 matches is not a high number, but by a gut feeling this was off pretty often. So I would cut this for now. 61 cards still in the deck. I'm not even sure about the Smother, but on the other hand, it's nice to have 5 removal. At the point where we cut or we put the third Scrying in the deck, it just might be time to consider going down to just 2 Phyrexian Arena, which feels a bit wrong. So I guess, I mean, we could move 1 arena to the sideboard to be more grindy. I think the presence of the master is too playful anyway. I'm not too sure about the circle of protections here, and I'm still searching. Like the Mother of Runes, if this sticks, it's pretty strong, but we need things to protect. I mean, we have 4 Negator, 4 Exalted Angel, but can we do more? Should we bring some hippies back, or maybe I don't know, even to streamline the sideboard a bit more, I guess we need some Withered Wretched again. Not a fan of the Enlightened Tutor here. So let's cut back on the Enlightened Tutor and probably an Infest. It's not impressive. And let's bring in what I talked about. Yeah, let's bring in Withered Wretched. But then I'm unsure if we need the Planar Void. So the Planar Void is pretty different than other sideboard cards, like Rest in Peace, for example. It has a trigger if it enters the battlefield. So what can we do here? I could even see a Drinker of Sorrows here. I would play it as a one-off probably, just to test it for now. And I would move the Smother to the sideboard. Like, we even have the ability, the swords just needs to answer key creatures. And we have the ability to protect our creatures anyway, if we need to chip damage in with a sword, or we have enough permanents to justify attacking anyway. So I want to see the Drinker of Sorrow. And otherwise it feels pretty well like this. There might be some need for... Yeah, we play against so much mono black. Gloom is not possible as we are playing white on our own. I'm not a fan of 3 special burn cards, I guess. What we could do is to bring in one more Verdict, maybe. But I'm not sure. Like, it could be off to bring the Verdict, especially in the sideboard. But I'm looking on the life gain ability here. So, yeah, if there will be a third try and you are with me during the third try, this is the deck I want to register, I guess. Yeah, how did you like version number 2? Please leave a like, leave a comment, and see you in the next one.